cut. I'm gonna click and snap, right? Click and snap. Hold shift, right? Holding shift, you see the black dot. Click it. Wait. Right there. I hover over it carefully, and I'm gonna hold shift, right? And then I'm gonna left click. There, it's 50%. Then I'm gonna just click out here, click and hold and drag and snap. Press W to get out. And then from there, right click and hold edge mode. Select this edge, just that edge carefully, right? You don't want to click and drag because you might end up selecting more edges on the inside. I'm going to press backspace. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Right click, object mode. Then shift right click and hold, right? Shift right click and hold, multi-cut. I'm gonna left click and snap, left click and snap, press W. Now I have here 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. This will also be 4 sides. This over here is also be 4 sides. So it's perfectly clean, right? And you notice on this side, it also did it as well. So it did half of the work for us. Why did I do all of that? Well, right click and hold object mode, right? Shift right click again, multi-cut, right? I'm gonna click and snap. Here, I think I can just hold shift. Hold shift before I even touch it, this edge, hold shift, right? That way I get my exact 50%. Holding shift before clicking on the line, and I'm gonna left click right now while on that black dot. Now I have 50%. Press W to get out. If I press 3, see? And it's perfectly four-sided. Your next professor will be expecting this, right? Hence the reason why I have to show and do this. Yeah. Not only that, but it's just the right thing to show anyway. So then from here, I gotta do this side. I want to delete history first. I'm in object mode. Shift Alt D as in David. Wipe out the history. And then I'm gonna do a incremental save. Okay. Object mode. Shift right click, multi-cut. I'm gonna click and snap. I'm gonna hold shift. While I hold shift, I hover over this edge. I'm going to hover over it, and then I'm going to left click. That's my 50% because I hold shift and I click. Then I'm going to click and drag and snap. Then I'm going to press W because I need to get out of the tool, because I made a full on 1, 2, 3 connection. Press W. Then right click, go to edge mode. Carefully just click here once. Press backspace. There. Next, right click, object mode. Shift right click and hold, multi-cut. I'm gonna left click and drag and snap it there. Then I hold shift, hover over this edge so you see the black dot. While holding shift, I'm going to left click on that black dot. Bam. Then I'm going to left click and drag and snap. Press W. Then I'm going to right click into edge mode. I'm going to carefully just click that and press backspace. There. Then right click, object mode. Then I'm going to press shift right click and then choose multi-cut. I'm going to click, drag and snap, click, drag and snap, then press W. Bam. Very nice. Now I'm going to connect this to this. Right click, object mode, shift right click and hold, multi-cut, click and snap, right click and snap, hold shift so I get the right and the 50%, and left click. My tool is still active. I'm gonna left click on this edge, click and snap, press W. There you go. On this side it did the same thing. Here I'm going to right click, object mode, shift right click and hold, multi-cut, click and snap. At this here, hold shift, left mouse click right at that black dot for the 50% mark, press W to finish it and get out of the tool. Then right click, object mode, delete the history, shift alt and D as in David, press 3, and you will notice it is very clean. Press 1, press 3. Next, so that's done. I'm gonna do an incremental save. So last thing is here, right? I need to clean this up. This was also will be needed if and when taking the next advanced class. All right, I'm upside down right now. Let me turn on this guy right here, multi-sample, anti-alias, makes the lines more stronger and crisp. Anyway, so from here, what I need to do is shift right click, multi-cut. I need to connect some of these. It's needed and necessary. For example, I'm upside down, looking at my left and bottom and left, right? So you can see left and bottom, and this here is my front, this is my back, right? Let me see how the symmetry is running. Yeah, this is confusing. I'm going to turn this way for my front. Front here, upside down, and bottom. Right. Now it's going to work. I'm going to connect here to here. So, see this blue line? Click and drag and snap. See? Then here, right, the selection is very much camera dependent, right? So that's why I get a nice line of sight. Click and snap. Press W. If I press 3, you'll notice that it starts to clean up a bit and reconnect. Next, I'm going to I feel like snapping where right click object mode, shift right click multi-cut. I think I want to click this, cut across here, see if it'll let me. I'm gonna left click and snap. Again, this is front and bottom, right? Front, bottom. And then I'm going to, when I clicked it there, I'm gonna try to connect it to here. I'm gonna hold shift, or hold shift. I'm not gonna hold shift this time. I'm gonna just left click and hold. So I'm gonna left click on this line and I'm gonna hold that left click. Then I'm gonna hold shift. So first I left click right? And I held it, right? I'm holding it, but you see this percentage mark and it says snap. That's because now I'm also holding the shift key after the fact. So right around here, maybe 97%, and I let go, right? So, you know, it's in the ballpark, right? Press W. Then I'm gonna do this side. Right click object mode, right? This thing right here. Shift right click multi-cut. I'm going to, I'm right now front and bottom, right? Front and bottom. I'm going to, right here, see, it's very much view dependent. Right now it's getting confused. As long as I know this is blue, right, I'm good. Left click, drag and snap. Then hold shift, no, I'm going to left click and hold, right? Left click and hold, then I'm going to hold shift. This will give me percentages. I want something like that. This says here 3%, and I like the width of it right now. 3%. Let go. Press W, right? Okay. And there's a reason why I'm doing all of this. It'll lead to something. Then I notice here, this part here, right? So what I want to do is run a connection point from here to here. Again, I'm at front and bottom. Front, upside down, front and bottom. Shift right click multi-cut. I'm going to make sure my multi-cut, right, activates, right? Right, this is the line I want. Right there, you see that line? Because if I move down, right, because it now it's asking me what do I want to snap onto. Right there, that one. Left click and drag and snap to here. Then here, I'm going to rotate my camera so I can see better. This line right here, click and snap. Press W. Okay, then almost done. Right click object mode. You see this here is an open edge, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I'm going to do is I want to run this connection here, this open connection, all the way across to this open connection. Right click object mode, shift right click multi-cut. I'm going to, again, on front and bottom, right? Click and snap over here. No, it's not letting me. Right, see, it's not letting me because of the object X symmetry. So there's that yellow dot and that yellow dot because of object X. Maybe right down here in this middle, I'm gonna left click and drag. Good, it'll let me. So maybe I can hold shift so I get a precise percentage. Whole numbers, 60%. Let go. Press W. It's not perfect, but it's fine. Same thing over here. Right click object mode. Shift right click multi-cut. I'm gonna run a connection point here. Left click, drag and snap. Again, this is bottom and front. I'm going to hold shift. No, I'm gonna just left click and then hold shift so I get percentage snapping. I don't know, like 42 looks good. Let go, press W. Alright, so it looks like everything is connected into, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one needs to be fixed up. Yeah, right here, see? On bottom and the front. this part right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift right click multi-cut. Basically, I need to run a connection point from here all the way down to here, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Again, on front and bottom. Click and snap. Oh, God dang it. Left click and snap. Right, now I'm totally upside down at bottom. I'm going to come back around here. Right. I want to catch this angle. Click and snap. Press W. Okay, that's clean. And then, yeah, we're good. All right, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything's four-sided. Right. Technically, this is clean. Alt 5, you will see that for the most part it's clean. There's an odd little skewing, but it's fine. See, because of that, it's fine. Now I'm gonna delete history. Shift Alt D as in David. So why did I do all that? Well, it's just for prepping for the inner shell, right? How do I make the inner shell? Well, this time I have it selected. I'm gonna name it Health Potion Bottle Outside Shell. Outside shell. Then I'm gonna make a copy of it. Control D as in David to make a copy. This copy is called Health Potion Bottle Outside Shell 1. I'm gonna double click. I'm gonna name it instead Inside Shell. That way we don't get confused. After I did that, because right now it's on top of each other, right? Health Potion Inside Shell. Right. I'm gonna press R for scale. And then let me zoom in a bit here so you can see all the angles, front, side. Let me hide the image planes. Right now it's set to center pivot. But maybe what I need to do, right, is with my inside shell selected, I'm going to use my perspective. I'm going to press Control 1 so that I only see the inside shell. Nothing else is selected. Nothing else can be seen. Isolate. This says isolate. So I only see the inside shell. What I need to do is my pivot point, my move. I'm going to press D as in David to make it live. Alright, D as in David is now live. Then I'm going to hold V as in Victor for snapping. This is telling me holding V activates this. Right? I'm going to snap it to this right here. So hold V as in Victor. Carefully grab this arrow. Right? You have to carefully so you don't see the word align. Grab it, pull it down. I'm pulling it down right there. It won't let me go any further. See where it is? Let go and let go. Let go of the D, let go of the V. No, I mean let go of the V as in Victor and let go of the left click. Press W. There. So why did I do that? Well, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to Control 1 to get out of it, the isolate select. Then I'm going to press R. And what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to try a scale from the center. See what happened? What you're seeing is the inside shell being scaled inward. You can see here, I'm going to undo it, and if I pull on this center, this is the inside shell. See, it's scaling it in. So I scaled it in that much. Maybe that's too much. Maybe something like this. 90, I don't know, 0.97%, right? 0.97 instead of 1. So it dropped by three decimals smaller. Anyway, then I'm going to, again, this is regarding the inside shell. I'm gonna lift it up a bit, probably up to here, give or take. Press F to frame it better. Right, you will notice that okay, it's still kinda, it's really close. I'm gonna press R. Right, it's almost done. After I press R, I'm going to R for scale. I'm going to click on this card right here. That's to have constraint scale, and I pull on it because right now I'm in scale mode R. If I pull on this, see what's happening? I want to scale like that much. This is your 0.801, 0.801. It's constraint scale, basically what it's doing. If we look here, right, if I undo it, watch carefully, right, see that? If I redo it, it does that. Press W, and then, so I have that and that. Now, with the inside shell selected, right click onto it, right click on one of these lines, choose vertex. Oh shit. God damn it. It's being stubborn. Right click. I gotta hover one inside here. Right click vertex mode. Now it's behaving. That was for the inside shell. I'm gonna grab all the vertices, right? For the top. I'm gonna scoot it up, zoom in. I'm gonna just eyeball it so that it aligns to this ceiling, right? That ceiling is in alignment with this line, right? Right click object mode. After I do that, I'm gonna select my inside shell, right? Control 1. You don't have to do Control 1, but I just want to show